Hey there. So it is Thursday night. I'm supposed to start my clear liquid diet tomorrow morning, Friday, before my gastric bypass on Monday. And I'm in phase one, so today is like a pretty big day. I got to have a teaspoon of cottage cheese. I can drive again. There we go. But that's just, a little bit about my post-surgery beach vacation. I'm, let's see, probably 13 days out, because tomorrow is Monday, so tomorrow will be 2 weeks since I've had the surgery. Oh, one thing is there's no scale here, so I basically have not weighed myself in 3 days, and I have like that scared feeling like, did I gain weight? Which, is obviously impossible because I've had less than 200 calories per day. Now, I know that there can be a stall, but I must not have gained weight. But I still, I did think about bringing my scale with me to weigh myself here. But I'm sure it'll be fine. I just, I want to know. Because I know it's good news. And I think that's probably why. Hello. Welcome to the beginning of my week 10. This has been a really tough week, the last week of 2018. See you in hell, 2018. So, the last week of 2018 has been a bruiser. Basically, I think it was the Friday after Christmas, I found out that a really good friend of mine got the flu and then meningitis and passed away later that day. I can't remember if I've mentioned it on here before, but I've said that I tried to keep my surgery very private. I didn't tell any family. I told a handful of friends. I didn't tell them what it was necessarily, but obviously I had to tell the person that was picking me up from the hospital and dropping me off. And then the people that work for me for my daily newsletter, I had to tell them because, I had to have someone fill in for me. And one of those girls was Bree Payton, who was one of my fill-in writers. And she was the only one, and this is not a dig on anyone else, but she was the only one that responded, like, can I visit you in the hospital? And I did not want anyone to visit me. And so I said, well, I don't know how long I'll be in the hospital. Just because I wanted to push her away. And she said, okay, well then, can I visit you when you get home? And I knew she lived in DC. So I said, well, I live in Northern Virginia. Because most people, they're just like, oh, you're not near a metro. And she said, that's okay. And so the Friday that after I came back from the hospital, she came by and she visited with me for about an hour. And I told her what I actually had done. And, just told her about things that I was sort of researching and scared, I think is probably like too serious of a word, but about like loose skin and the videos that I've been watching. And she watched a video with me because I don't know, for some reason I wanted to show her. And she had brought me roses, and it was unbelievable because I actually posted on Instagram one of the roses because it lasted for like 3 weeks, and these were like grocery store type of roses. They were beautiful, but like that you would get at a grocery store, like a bundle of 5 or something. And so she was basically the only person that I saw after my surgery. She was 26 years old and had everything going for her. And it was it's a real loss. I don't know when you'll be watching this, but it's been on the news just because, she is in the media. She's a great writer, obviously. That's why she was filling in a lot for Bright. And it was just really sad.
Welcome to week 21. So I am down 50.2 pounds overall, which I'm really super excited about, to finally hit that 50 mark. So it was a good week.
So anyway, to my good news, as of last week, I have signed an offer letter and accepted a full-time job. I like to keep all my worlds separate, so I won't go into what it is, but it's a great opportunity. I already know some people at the company, so I'm really happy about that.
Hello. You are watching this in real time. It is September 12. So if you've been following me, you might have noticed I uploaded all of my videos at once. In my very first post-up video, I said if you're seeing this, then I decided to upload all my videos, or upload this, but it was still 46 weeks or whatever ago. Fun fact, because I'm now doing this in real time, basically, just to show you how much what is now 76.2 pounds down looks like. This is my exact same outfit that I wore in my pre-op video. So I think a lot of it is because plus size clothing is very forgiving. This is very stretchy. It's got stretch everywhere. I mean, you can see it's obviously bigger, but this jacket, I think before it was like this, it didn't close. Now, it obviously could close if I wanted to close. But yeah, this is the exact same outfit. Hello, welcome to week 45. I can't believe that I'm already at week 45. Which means like a year is not that far away. The highest ever recorded weight was about 4 pounds more than what I showed up at the surgeon's office with before I decided to get my surgery. Because I reached that number that I swore I would never see again, and not only did I see it, I saw it 1 pound more. So you can probably guess what that number is. I don't know, should I just say it? I was 301. Hello, and welcome to week 49. It was a good week. I am down 1.2 pounds from last week and down 79 pounds overall. So I'm obviously happy with that, to be down. So now we're so close to 80 pounds down. So fingers crossed by next week. I feel like I've said that 100 times. Hello, welcome to week 51. It was a good week as I expected. I am down 1.4 pounds. I'm down 79.4 overall. So almost there. This has been like the longest time ever trying to get to 80 pounds. I was in a place where I did not care about complications. So I'll let you take that from that what you will. And I basically, within 10 minutes was like, yeah, that's fine. We'll just do gastric bypass. And I gave them my insurance and took all the info. Thankfully, they were able to establish that my insurance would cover most of it. I just had a copay. And basically 3 days later, I lost my job. At that point, I wasn't even worried about the surgery part. I was worried about the money. And so now it's almost a year, over a year since I made the decision. And Lisa, Mini-Me in Tennessee, was the first person that I saw who had consistent videos. And I just followed her journey, one video after another. And by that point, by the end of watching her videos, I was excited. I wasn't just doing it as a last resort
or I don't care about my body anymore. I did it because she inspired me to look forward to something. Hello, welcome to week 53. I have good news. So there you see it. 2 days ago, I finally got under 80 pounds. Coincidentally, on the 1-year anniversary of my surgery, which was October 29, 2018. Today is October 30th, 2019. You'll probably see this on the 31st because this is part of my 1-year look back. And I'm always sitting down, so I thought today I would at least show you a little bit more of a body shot, as they say. As you can see, I still wear clothes that are older and that are maybe a little too big. I actually took the tag off this one this morning, and so it's already a little loose. So I guess I'll just show you a little bit, and then I'll put in a comparison so you can see. I obviously have a little bit more shape here, and from the side, my hair covers everything. I guess that's a positive and a negative. But anyway, I don't know how much you can tell from that, but you know, I do have a little bit more of a shape than I used to. So I'll tell you a little bit about this week. From last week, I am down 1 pound and down 80.4 overall. So I lost a little bit from that 80, or from that goal that I reached on the 29th. And I'm super glad because that's like extra padding to make sure that I can continue in that direction. So I had my 1-year post-op appointment yesterday. All my blood work was fine. There's really no news on that. In fact, for my next appointment, which would be, I guess, 18 months out, I don't even need blood work. They had suggested I do the cholesterol test again because if you've looked at surgery, I guess patients or news or whatever, a lot of people tend to have their cholesterol go up, or at least be higher than normal. Just because of the way, she explained it yesterday, but I totally forgot, like your body getting rid of, or your fat cells shrinking, and so it's a smaller part, and cholesterol takes that on or something. I don't know the science. It was too sciencey. I just sort of stopped listening after she said it's okay. But I will get that tested in another 6 months just to see if it's improved, because it has continually improved. As far as like lowering, but still sort of in that high range, but also still vastly better than from my highest weight. So I don't know, I guess I'll just talk a little bit since it's my 1 year. And she reminded me yesterday that before my lap band, which was in 2009, my highest weight was 320 pounds. When I decided to at the time, I thought I was just getting a fill, but instead ended up making the decision to get the gastric bypass revision surgery. My highest weight was 301, and I have not really said it, but now I feel like, you know, I should be as open as everyone else and say my weight today is 216.6. So that's why I am down 80.4, because my surgery weight was 297. So I don't count that 301 because I did do like 3 days of liquid right before surgery. Oh no, actually, no. I don't count it. I think I mentioned this last video. I don't count 301 because the day that I went to the doctor's office, or, you know, right before, I like attempted to lose weight in time for the doctor. So my surgeon's office has 297 on file, and that's what I go from. So I am 216.6 meaning down 80.4 from my surgery. So I attribute that to gastric bypass, and that's why I count from there instead of like from 320 or 301, and this has too much math. So anyway, yeah, it's been a year. I've had my 1 year mark. You know, it was a little slower than I expected. The physician's assistant yesterday said that a lot of the stats that you look at for gastric bypass or any surgery, it's generally not for a revision surgery, and those tend to be a little slower. But I guess I'm doing well for someone who has had a revision surgery. So, you know, I think it's going too slow, especially the last 6 months or so. But in their eyes, they think it's fine. Their goal for me by my next appointment, my 18 months, is to be out of the 200s. So I would hope in 6 months that I can lose, you know, 17 pounds. But you know, you never know. So we'll see how it goes. I'm glad to have a goal in mind. So I won't spend too much time talking about this past week because this video is already so long, because it's sort of like my 1 year retrospective. But I just wanted to thank some of the people that I've watched on YouTube who have inspired me, and I'll leave links to their accounts below. Of course, Mini Me in Tennessee, Grace Gets Gastric, and yeah, that's who I should have written a list, but those are the two that come to mind first and who update very often. And also I have a couple new subscribers, so check out them because I know some of them have accounts. 56 Gastric, sorry. I should have looked, but I know she subscribes, and so follow her there, but I'll also put a link because I know who it is, but now I'm like blanking on the exact name, but I'm pretty sure it's 56 Gastric Bypass or something like that. So that's all for this week, and I hope you enjoyed this look back. I really enjoyed making it and also seeing my progress, and that has been probably the best thing about documenting this journey. Is a lot of times I feel like I don't see it, and then I can look back at the videos and see you know, that there was. So thanks again for watching this, and I'll see y'all next week.